Welcome to the Power Airwaves, the Air Power Manufacturing Solutions podcast series where we talk about manufacturing issues that impact you. Hey there, it's Travis and another episode of Power Airwaves podcast. Man, we are having so much fun in the studio here. Today, I have another great podcaster, another great podcast sojourner, and actually, a man from across the border from his previous days.
Oh, I am.
So we're going to cover that. Ryan Everard is our guest. He is the marketing manager for Adele Knits for all of North America. I asked him that, and he was like, yeah, it's in the U.S. Well, add Canada to that, and add Mexico to that. So I was like, it's pretty much North America.
It's North America, yeah.
So COVID has been taxing on all of us.
Oh, has it
Our
ever?
brains.
Yeah, you get relegated to a home office. Sometimes you lose it a little bit. But
That's right.
Here we are. I think we're snapping through it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ryan works for a company called Adele Knits that has had a long relationship with Air Power. So I invited him to come on and work with us and walk through some products, walk through some history of Adele.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of it, but I don't know all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually am the manager of the market segment within Air Power that covers your product. So you and I have dealt with each other.
We have,
for a number of years.
We go way back. I mean,
through good and bad and weird.
But first I want to say, I wore my plaid shirt for you because I know you're a West Coast guy. So I decided I'd West Coast it up a little bit. You've got the Vans on, so you're outdoing me. But I came to the table with something, didn't I?
Okay, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Just for you.
Yeah.
Because you're so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to freeze this camera right now and trip you out. How about that?
That's
hey,
impressive.
I'm sporting the new Air Power hat, and I've got the the Brotherhood, right?
You came through on me. I like it.
I guess that would be called the West Coast and the North Coast.
Yeah, absolutely. We got everything covered today.
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
you got some pretty big lakes up there.
We do. Beautiful lakes. Yeah.
If you like surfing, you could probably surf Niagara as well.
Well, you could surf Niagara, but we've got the West Coast, just like California. The surfing out there is nice, and you've got some surfing, I guess, on the East Coast as well. But
something's not right here.
What's that?
Hold on. There's something that doesn't fit yet. I think we got to solve that.
There we go.
Right there.
I like that.
How about that, Ryan?
Hey, that's a nice looking hat.
15 years of partnership. The least you deserve is a hat. Right?
I'm gonna 15 years exactly.
All right, put your hat on.
I'm gonna sport this. Throw this on here.
That's called partnership with many years, right there.
Keep it casual.
Absolutely. I'll take your headset off first.
Ooh.
We'll give you time to readjust. I got such a big head. I'm always shocked if I could do more.
There we go. How's that look?
Two or three snaps. I'm good if it fits.
Do I look like one of you guys?
Look fine.
Now?
Just take it all the way up. It's all right.
Yeah, is it good? Okay.
It'll hang. You're good.
Good.
All right, man.
I feel like I'm part of the club.
Good. So let's talk about Adele Knits.
Okay. Yeah.
Give us the backstory on Adele. All I know is that ever since I've been with Air Power, we've worked with them, and I mean, there's times where you have ups and downs with suppliers and vendors and distributors. There's always everybody goes through their times, right?
Exactly.
So, but all in all, it's been a great relationship.
Yeah, it's been a great relationship.
Give us the backstory.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we've been working together for about 8 years. The two companies have shown quite a bit of synergy over the last maybe 15 or 20 years. But as a company, we've been in business for over 40 years. We're kind of the all-American, success story. Family owned, family operated by the Brown family in Winston-Salem.
All right.
It was, kind of the knitter and the businessman kind of model came together.
What year was that?
We're looking at mid-1970s.
So we're talking major textiles in North Carolina anyway.
Big time. Yeah, this was the epicenter really of everything textiles
I mean,
for North America.
it was really sad, like, okay, so High Point.
Yeah.
Reason we're here is
Yeah.
the wood industry.
Exactly.
The furniture, furniture capital of the world, High
Right,
Point,
yeah,
right?
yep.
So furniture needs painted, it needs assembled, it
Yep.
needs all the above.
Sure.
It needs stain delivery,
Yep.
paint delivery.
Right.
That's where Air Power came in with pumps and things like that.
Right.
So you guys are here with an entire different industry, but it's kind of sad, like you look over the ones that have really stood the test of time
Yeah.
in the textiles world fought a battle.
Yeah, fought a battle. But really, it's our diversification of products and technologies that's been able for us to kind of move in a positive direction throughout kind of the ebbs and flows of the industry.
Yep.
We've been a major apparel supplier to some homegrown companies in North Carolina that are internationally known, and we have been partners with them for over 30 years. We were friends with a company based out of Oregon, major sports apparel business. I think some of you may know them.
Yeah,
but
I have a feeling I'm not supposed to mention the name. But
and another one in Maryland, up in the Baltimore area. But those companies and our technologies have really done well for us in the apparel business. In the manufacturing sector that we're going to kind of talk about today, we've got some really unique products that are high quality, that kind of fall in the spectrum of automotive and heavy machinery and aerospace. But we're well rounded. But like I said, we got started over 40 years ago. It's a Winston-Salem company, family owned and operated. Now we're in a 250,000 square foot manufacturing facility.
An impressive one. I've been there.
Very impressive. Yeah, it's been around. It's got quite a history too. The building, it was an old General Electric plant in the 1960s, and we retrofitted the plant in sometime in the late 80s, early 90s. But it is absolutely enormous. I think it's one of the larger plants in the Triad. So we're proud of that, and we utilize most of it.
And when you visit there, you walk football fields.
Yeah, you walk football fields, and pretty much everybody's got a step counter on their wrist because they know it's going to be a big day when they're there. But we're family owned. It's the Brown family that's been able to keep us stable and keep us employed. We've got over 250 people working for us. Sometimes, based on the industry demands, that creeps up to 300 and so on and so forth. But we've got a lot. We do a lot for the community. We've hired a lot of people over the years. It's easy to walk the floor and to come across somebody that's been there for 25 or 30 years, and that's what's cool about it. It's kind of like a big family.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been a great journey.
Good. Let's talk about. Now, I do want to touch on. We're going to come back to some of your history.
Yeah.
And
by the way, is this Starbucks? You guys are doing well. I come here and I get Starbucks.
It is called Keurig, and it is called whichever one you want off the rack.
You had me fooled because it tastes like Starbucks.
All right, so let's talk about your production, your products.
Yeah.
And we went through, you and I together, knowing that we didn't want to miss anything on the product. So I'm going to kind of go through a list here, unless you take off.
Yeah.
The I'm not going to call it the number one, but the number one on our list was lint-free tube wipers.
Yeah. So within our wiper line, which really kind of makes up about 15 to 20% of our company, we've got a few different products, but getting into the tube wipers.
For those of you that are listening to this on a podcast, I would encourage you to go to Air Power Live or airpower.airwaves.com. That's wave as in like an oceanic wave, sound wave, whatever. Airpower.airwaves.com. I think with this podcast, it's a really good opportunity when we're filming it as well, so we post them on YouTube and social media. But this would be a great one to be able to see some of these wipes. We'll be using some of those pictures on this on this actual, or actually not pictures, but we're actually going to be going through some of those products by hand here. Mm-hmm. So just wanted to feel free to look on over. All right, let's talk about this one. This is a tube wiper.
Yeah, so this is this product here is it's a very basic product at first appearance. Again, this is our automotive line, automotive, industrial, heavy manufacturing. It's essentially a 150 denier polyester product. It's continuous filament polyester, which means it's not going to fray, it's not going to snag, it's not going to break apart with different elements. And this product here is it's very absorbent. It's knitted in a way that it's extremely durable, and it's used in a variety of different applications across all manufacturing, not just paint shops because of its lint-free properties, but it's excellent with sealers, oils, solvents, greases.
And I would say by texture, this is not a soft, cloth. It's very textured.
This is your rib knit. It's textured because it's able to, just provide a little bit more durability, a little bit more kind of grind when you're wiping different, different material. So. This is one of the preferred products for some of your major automotive manufacturing companies.
So looking down through, I want to make sure I don't miss anything on this product. Is there a backstory to this product, like how it was created? And also one other thing, at the ends, this product
it's curled.
Curls up.
Yeah, how about that?
And I spent years and years in the finishing industry, and a decade in powder coating.
Right.
And what I will say is everybody asks for lint-free wipes.
Yeah.
Because lint causes defects on parts, and defects on parts cause rejects. Rejects cost a lot of money
to fix.
Yeah. Or they end up throwing them away.
Right.
So what is the curl?
Sure.
And is this a lint-free solution?
Yeah. So the back end story, even before we as a company were involved with automotive wipers, we were involved with automotive vinyl backing and some of the specialized products, with GM, Ford, Chrysler back in the Detroit days. But GM came to us and they said, would you guys be interested in having some kind of input in developing a polyester wiper for our paint shops? And in the 1970s, it was a time where they were painting a lot of cars. They were looking for some kind of process improvements, ways to cut costs. And they were using, your standard flat cut wipers. Sometimes they were using a form of a non-woven towel, whatever it was. And, they said to us, we know you guys specialize in knitting down in Winston-Salem. You do a lot of circular knitting. Could you guys come up with a wiper that is smaller than what you normally make for the apparel business? And maybe we can use it to wipe in our paint shops and knit it with high quality polyester. So it's, somewhat lint-free and durable. And Hal Brown, the president of Adele Knits, said, we'll look at it. We'll consider it. So he developed this tube wiper. The original one was jersey. We're going to show it in a few minutes. But it measured about 10 inches by 10 inches, 10 by 12. And we brought it to GM up in Detroit, and they loved it. They said, okay, we want it. How quickly and how soon? So, within months, we were basically supplying a plethora of General Motors at manufacturing centers in Canada, USA, and later in the 90s down in Mexico. So that's really how it got started. We developed this sort of by accident just because we were involved with GM on so many other levels.
And let's go over really quick the different actual applications that this would be common.
Yeah.
Is this something that you would be wiping caulk off with?
Yeah.
Because it grabs so well?
Right. Yeah. So these products were really designed for clean room applications, meaning they are well laundered. They're pure of any impurities, right?
Okay. So you're not passing anything along in the painting process.
No, these are highly technical products, okay? Yeah. And we spent a lot of energy scouring and removing the oils and contaminants, okay, before they're packaged. So they're used to wipe pretty much everything that you could think of within a paint shop, a clean room paint shop. That was the original purpose, and now we're starting to see the wipers, because of their durability, because of their absorbency, they're being used in a plethora of other applications around the plant. I mean, I've seen people use them on robots, as nozzle covers. I've seen them just all over in general maintenance. I've even seen people wear them on their head.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
We see it all the time.
Yep.
So they're kind of all over the place, and the nice thing about it is, because it's such a high use product in any form of manufacturing, not just a paint shop or a clean room. There's a good chance that if they're making something, if it's high volume production, they're going to be using something like this.
That's right.
And that's the cool thing for us, because these were made for automotive, and now they're everywhere, right?
Yep.
Because, when you look at a polyester product like this, how durable and how clean it is, and then you compare it to like a non-woven, it's game over.
Night and day.
Night and day. And there are customers that have found ways to even launder these polyester wipers because of the durability, and sometimes there's a savings involved there too.
Right. Or even if when you wash them,
yeah,
and you're removing some of that
yeah,
proprietary element to this.
Yep.
But you can use it for a substandard application
Absolutely.
in your plant that anybody can use.
Yeah.
Yep. You're basically not using it for the initial purpose, but you're repurposing it.
Yeah.
In its afterlife to something else.
Exactly, and in every case that we look at on your behalf, we've been able to uncover different kaizens within your customer base, different process improvements where they might have been using a product that they shouldn't have been using. So wrong tool for the job, right? And now we've been able to open up the floodgates a little bit with something that works and is designed for the applications that they're involved with.
Yep. So again, that's the tube wiper.
Yep.
The infamous tube wiper.
That is the textured tube wiper. So there it is.
All right. Let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
We have on our list a flat cut wiper.
Right. So.
Or did you want to talk about this one?
Well, so I was telling you
this
that
is a tube wipe.
Yeah, I was telling you that story about the original product that we kind of by accident made for GM.
Right.
This is essentially what it is. It's very similar to the other one. It's just that this is knitted in a jersey knit form, which means
really
it's smooth.
Elasticy.
It's very stretchy. It's a lot more absorbent than you might think because of its laundering process. The polyester fibers really bulk up when they're when we're promoting heat to them. So this is essentially a product that does the same as the other one, but this one might be used a little bit more with solvent applications, alcohol wiping applications.
Okay.
Because of its smooth characteristics.
All right. That takes us to our next flat cut wipers.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that one.
Yeah, this is the original. This is the OG. This was the product that was used in all automotive manufacturing applications from the 1930s all the way through to present.
Is this a standard size?
That's a standard. We make it in a multitude of different sizes. It depends on what the customer wants, what's spec'd in. But as you can see, it's all open edges, so it's not quite
open edges meaning. Right. It's been cut, but it's not rolled, it's not heat sealed or anything like that.
Yeah, so this is a semi-clean room approved product, which means I wouldn't use it in the parameters of the paint booth,
right?
But certainly use it within the exterior parameters of the paint operation.
Wiping caulk beads down,
everything,
the excesses or the glues, or even a paint smudge, getting it off of there.
Yeah, a lot of the times this product can be used for an extended period of time with alcohol to clean guns, like I said, robot nozzles, all that kind of nitty gritty stuff.
I better not do this. I might prove to my wife I can actually fold things.
and a lot of our customers actually bring these home with them. They'll basically steal them out of the box and just bring them home and use them around the house, so they're
That's
nice
not
for
right.
that too. That's not right, isn't that? It's horrible. Yeah.
You should at least buy a box from us.
Exactly.
All right. So we covered that. I just to be sure, what are we looking at basically wiping up with this? This is
essentially the same stuff that we would be wiping up with
a tube wipe.
The automotive engineered tube wipers.
Okay.
It's all the same.
The greases.
All the same material. It's just whatever price point the customer needs to be in. We essentially have something that caters to what they want.
Right.
There's a lot of times where the customer is going to say, well, I don't want something that's 100% lint free. I don't want it. I don't need it. That's okay. We've got the OG. We've got the four side open edge product that's semi lint free, and you can use that for your applications. So very, very diverse stuff here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, last one, and this is a workhorse, tack cloth.
Exactly.
You got one right here.
Yep.
Now this one is, what is that size? 17 or 11?
No, that's about 9.5 inches by 18, and it is also a premium polyester product. It's knitted with a proprietary design. It's called our honeycomb knit. It's the only tack cloth that's automotive approved with a design such as this, and it enables the operator to pick up surface particulate at every which direction. So a lot of the times when you're coming across a high grade tack cloth, you're going to see basically just an up and down, north, south, east, west knitting pattern. This one is honeycomb, so like I was saying, regardless of what direction you're wiping in to remove surface debris, you're going to pick it up, but more importantly, you're going to hold it into the polyester fibers with this product.
Yeah, I've never seen a tack cloth that was stretchy like this one. This one has a little bit of stretch to it.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of give. Yeah, and there's a reason for that too, because a lot of the wiping applications come across like a sharp edge. And we want something that's going to have a little bit of give and pull. If it's too tight, you're gonna fray. You know what I mean? Even with a little bit of pressure. So it's got some hold up, but not enough to where it's not gonna split.
Now, I can feel it. It's tacky.
Yeah, very much so.
Obviously, tack wipe is used to move across the surface and pick up lint or dust or anything that's in the way.
Yep.
What is used for the tack?
Well, it's a proprietary wax, and it's embedded into the polyester fibers, and really the way it's engineered is that anything it touches, it's gonna pick up and hold, and it's gonna absorb into the material.
Now, if you're somebody that's doing liquid or powder coating that has washed apart, it's been a little while. The afternoon, and now you're getting into the paint booth. Mm-hmm. Is it okay to wipe that part down with this? Because I know that traditionally waxes, silicones, things like that can cause issues. Yeah.
So if it's a wet surface, unlike the other products we were talking about, this is a product you kind of want to stay away from. This is only a dry surface.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Like something that's come out of the cure process, or not cure, the dry off oven, and it's cooled down for a while, and it just didn't get into the booth fast enough.
Sure.
I'm not a big fan of leaving things just laying around the plant and then picking them up and throwing them in the booth and spraying them. Because there's a high probability it's got dust and contaminants on it, which cause defects in the paint.
Exactly.
So if that part is room temp, it's been sitting there a while. We need to pull it into the booth. We don't really want to wash it again because we just did. This would be the ideal product to wipe that down with, and it's not going to leave a wax residue.
It's not going to leave a wax residue. Now, we offer this product in a few different tack levels. It comes in an ultralight, a light, a medium, and if the customer specifies, we can do a heavy as well. So really this product is all dependent on how they want to use it and what they're doing with it.
And what sizes are standard? I know I've dealt with other vendors and the sizing can go nuts.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a few different sizes. We've got a 9x9, which is obviously our smallest. We've
Half
got
of this.
Yeah, we've got a 9x12, and then we have a 9x18. So they all come at different price points. Whatever price point matches the customer's demand, along with the TACK level, ultralight, medium, or heavy. We've got something for everybody.
So let me ask you this: how are they using this? Is somebody doing this on the line, and getting it to where they might have a panel that they're wiping down with, and then they switch, and then they switch, and they keep working down, or maybe they start here.
Yeah. Well, it's all based on the customer's budget and how they want to use their product. We always say...
You hope somebody's like,
we always
I'm going to take this and go one wipe and
believe
away.
Me, that happens a lot where in major manufacturing, high volume stuff, they'll basically wipe it once and just throw it away.
They're like, if I use it again, I'll contaminate.
Exactly. So it's all kind of specific on where their budget is. But
I mean, at a minimum, something like this.
Yeah.
At a minimum. Do it like this, and you have 4 sides.
Well, even one more fold too.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
then
kind
you
of
have 8.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're able to use, and then turn it inside out and do the 4 all over again.
So I mean, when we get into a customer that's price sensitive, which most of them are, we can get in there, and teach the customer how to use it, how to maximize their efficiency.
Yep.
And that goes a long way because you're looking out for the best interest in them, and but yeah, there's many different ways, and it's almost like every application kind of has their own specialized fold too. So it's funny when we're looking at major automotive, like Toyota's got a fold, and then Honda's got a fold. So it's quite bizarre.
Somebody's
used to doing something some way, and it's been kind of embedded in their process, and it's been spec'd in. So that's the way it is. But we always like to try to save our customers money and teach them the right way to kind of go about using these products, and in doing so, looking out for their ultimate best interest.
That's cool. So, we skipped over something early on. We did say that we have like a 15-year plus relationship.
Yeah,
and it's been very good.
We do.
But I guess you're from Canada.
I am. Yeah, born and raised. Just outside of Toronto.
All right.
A place called Markham. So it's about 30 minutes north of the big city. And for us, I don't know if you guys know, but Toronto is our New York. I mean, that's the center of the universe.
I've done some time in Toronto.
Yeah, that's the center of the universe, but more importantly, it's the center of the hockey universe.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you're a Nashville Predators guy.
Hey, Brian Martin, next time you check out this podcast, make sure you call Ryan out. Brian's a huge hockey. He's one of our account reps.
Yeah.
Our account managers in Virginia.
Okay.
Oh, he lives and breathes it.
Yeah.
He lives and breathes it.
Yeah.
So, I'm familiar with Mississauga.
Yeah.
And I'm familiar with Guelph.
Okay.
Kitchener, Hamilton.
Yeah, it's all
that
part
side
of
town.
the greater Toronto area.
Yeah.
It's a big place. There's a lot going on. It's home, and I miss it every day. I really do.
Home of Swiss Chalet,
Tim Hortons, double doubles, maple dip donuts. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah, I'm a big. You can ask my wife. I'm a huge maple fan. Like maple donuts. Maple,
yeah.
I mean donuts in general.
Yeah.
But maple donuts.
Well, yeah.
Specific.
Growing up, I would have something maple every day.
Yeah, I don't like it flavoring my coffee though.
No,
I like it in my syrup, and I like it in my donuts.
Yeah,
that's about it. Actually, no, I do. There is something else. I like those Russell Stover candies.
Okay,
those chocolate covered things that have the maple nougat inside.
Oh yes, yeah, those are good.
Go.
Yeah,
so there are 3 things.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
3. I used to do a lot of time in Canada. I worked for a company in the States.
Yeah.
In powder coating, that their corporate office halfway through my tenure with them, had moved to Guelph. So I spent a lot of time on the Queen Expressway.
Yeah. Well, Guelph's
rolling
a nice
up from
place.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. Shuffle up from Buffalo.
the Buffalo Shuffle.
Yeah.
Straight up the Queen Expressway.
Well, they've got a great football team now. In Toronto, we've got all the major sports but the NFL. So the Bills are kind of our local team, right? That's who we grew up cheering for. Buffalo's kind of our little brother, I guess. We like to make fun of Buffalo, but we also like to prosper in what Buffalo has to offer. So,
So, I guess I know for a fact we're not going to really get into it, but we are working on numerous projects right now, and you and I have spent a good deal of time over the last 6 months of crazy COVID. Talking and working through some projects, and you just actually have presented a class that you can give to all the Air Power account managers and the inside sales.
Yeah.
So we're going to be putting that together pretty soon. So
we look forward to that. I mean, essentially,
we like our vendor partners, and we
do.
like to go in the trenches with them and train and learn and do it right.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we're as a company, Adele Knits, we're extremely hands-on, and we're not going to be successful on the automotive industrial stuff that we talked about without your help. I mean, you guys are entrenched in the industry. You guys cover the real estate, right? And basically, I want to make sure that I'm available the best way I can for your team. So I can, go into a customer, be a resource, maybe another set of eyes, and understand what to look for, and put another quiver in their cap, right? I know in your business, you guys want to provide added value to your customers, and you guys want to cement yourself into your customer. And a lot of the times, you can't necessarily cement yourself into a customer with one product. Right. You got to have a multitude of products, and you've got to be very diversified.
You have to have multiple weapons on your belt.
Exactly, and then your customer will be able to put a little bit more trust in you guys, and you're basically, it's going to be hard to kick you out at that point, right?
Right.
So
if I walk in,
we want added value. Yeah.
If I walk into a customer and I go, you know what, this is what they need, and I just shove it down their throat,
right?
But it's not the right product. It was my perceived right product for them.
That's a problem.
But if they really need this, sometimes, all the time, it takes listening and working through and presenting them with some trial stuff to be able to sit down and go through and work together.
Yep.
But that takes a partnership with the vendor, the distributor, and the customer working together.
Right.
So
I mean, one thing I like to do, and I think I've got a bit of a history of it, with the folks at Air Power out of Greenville, and when we were doing quite a bit of work.
That's a nice new facility down there too.
Very nice, and down in Monterey. Is that a lot of the reps, if we weren't able to get together, they would go into an operation and take a couple pictures and text it to me. And they'll be asking me, what is this? Is this something you guys do? And I would say, well, this is not quite what we do, but this is what we do, and this is how I can save money in the end, and this is probably going to provide them an overall process improvement. So with that synergy in mind, I can work remotely with your sales reps. I can work in tandem with your sales reps, and we're willing to cover the real estate as well, assuming the opportunities present themselves.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean it. And in terms of samples, I mean we are extremely generous. We'll make sure that we give you guys production material, everything you need to solidify the trust in the customer's eyes.
Just the walking through your plant the first time, and I'd seen pictures, but walking through, when you see probably thousands of spools.
Yeah,
it's probably more than hundreds. It's got to be in the thousands of spools of fibers that are all stringing like in the middle of everywhere, and they all have a purpose. They end up right here, perfectly sewn in something like this or something like this, and it's just perfect. And it takes a lot of expertise on your end and the engineering that goes into this people like myself over the years have always thought that, oh, well, this just comes on a sheet. You just cut it and
Right.
here you go.
Yep.
And there's so much engineering that goes into wiping technology.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, one of the big things is the quality of the polyester that I think we talked about earlier. It's 150 denier polyester. So to a lot of people that may not mean anything, but it's the good stuff, and it's not going to break down. A lot of the times polyester will start getting a little wonky when you apply certain chemicals to it, and this won't. So that combined with the laundering process that's also very proprietary, and we take that very serious. The laundering process is then packaged and put together in a clean room, so it's never contaminated by outside sources. So very, very highly engineered manufacturing process.
Well, man, I think we have covered wipes today.
I think so. Yeah,
I think we're good. Adele Knits, Ryan.
Yep.
Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
man.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for, you were a good part of my process of dealing with COVID.
Yeah,
you and I had multiple discussions.
We did.
It would be a product question or issue, then we would talk.
Yeah.
We'd talk, families, talk house, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
What was going on at home.
It's always a pleasure. You're deep in the industrial trenches. You know what's going on politically, and you know what's happening around the customer base, and it's always a pleasure getting that information from you. I mean, you're the source, man, and this is a great partnership. So
we love being a partner with Air Power. Loves being a partner with Adele Knits.
Cool.
We appreciate
it.
All right, so those of you that listen to us on a podcast channel or a podcast source, we appreciate it. Again, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and there was another one. I think it was called TuneIn, but more about that later. Again, you can catch us on the internet at airpower-usa.com. That is our company website. The ultimate goal for us is to provide you with manufacturing solutions, okay? Not to provide podcasts, but to provide manufacturing solutions. This is just a way for us to show you some of those partnerships, some of those things that we have available. So airpower-usa.com is a great place to find out more about Air Power. We have a ton of training videos, videos that we've done to showcase products, simply to educate you on other products. You can see those at airpowerlive.com. That is our AirPower web, or basically our web viewing videos page. And we are just starting to build up our own library of Power Airwaves podcasts. So you will be able to find that at airpower-airwaves.com. And social media, my goodness, you'll find us everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. We're above all, we're all of those. And any questions you have for us, 1-800-334-1001 will take you straight to the most available person to talk to you at all of Air Power, because it rolls around and whoever's available will immediately pick up. And if you have any questions about this podcast, you have a product that you're interested in learning more about that Air Power supports or supplies in the market, or you have questions about this podcast, reach out to me at travis@airpowerairwaves.com. I'm glad to help you. And I'm going to end this again by saying, manufacture it a great day.